before when I start the video, make sure y'all do your pumpkin challenge. I'm doing quest right now. I'm almost done with this. I'm halfway done destroying 5,000 pumpkins. Right now I'm trying to do this, which is lose 1,500 ships to pumpkins. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to do right now. So today in this video, I'm gonna be explaining Map Creator a bit, because the old one is outdated as hell. For a lot of reasons. For starters, Map Creator got changed a bunch over time. And so has some other things. So yeah. So I'm gonna show you how you can make a map, I'm gonna show you how you can build one, and I'm gonna show you how you can do all this and that and that. Well, first I wanna explain how you can make a map, and then all of the planets and all of the suns and all of the moons and stuff. That's what I'm gonna tell you today. It's best to explain what Map Creator is, because a lot of people don't understand Map Creator most of the times, and I think it's best to explain it right in this video today. So before when I tell you how you can make a map, well, if you finish the map and you basically make sure you have all teams in it. It doesn't matter if it has home planets or not, and make sure it has to have a team of its own. So, like for example, let's just say one of my maps that I'm still creating, which is Ep6 of Gravity. It doesn't have home planets, but there's also planets. So it doesn't matter if it has home planets, just make sure it has a planet where everyone has their own team. And make sure it could be balanced or not. If it's a joke map, then like this for example, this map is a joke and then it's unbalanced a bit. So yeah. But I'm gonna tell you how you can make your own map right now. So yeah. Oh, this is for something. So I'm gonna make a map with home planets, like this for example. So I want to delete all of this. I can change all of the sun. Right now, I'll keep it as star. I'll explain all the suns later, as I said. So there are these things called symmetry. What symmetry is basically symmetry is where you add in more planets. Like this. I'm pretty sure some of you should know what symmetry is. Speed is where you change the speed of the orbit. Radius is where you make it big or not. Circles is where if you want to make it skinny or not. Make it more of an oval shape, I guess. I don't know how you say it. I think like that. I don't know. You can go back. You can make it where it can't move. You can make it where it can go super fast. I'll make it go mildly fast. Make sure you save once in a while. I'm gonna tell you this. If you don't save planets, like if you don't save a bunch, and let's just say you have all these planets, when you hit save, it's gonna crash, and I'm pretty sure it's not gonna save. It's been a while since I had it, because I don't know if it still does it anymore, because it was a long time ago, but make sure you save once you're doing some changes or anything else. But yeah, so let's just say I only want 4 planets in the middle, right? Only 4 planets in the middle, and I want to do all this. So now this is where things get a little bit confusing here, because there's shattered, which means we can have a broken planet. There's hit by meteors. There's untakeable planets. There's neutral. There's radiation, if you want. So for what I'll tell you is I will explain what this is. Minors is where if you don't want moons but you want minors, make sure you also have minors if you don't have a moon near you. It's best to do it is because some other times, for what I know, people will have a planet that has like a special production, like let's just say torpedoes for example, and there's no moon and they have no miners. There's some maps where a lot of people do that. It's gonna take a climb because it either has no moons, which is this, or no miners or mining rigs. How I say it. So let's just say I want torpedo. There's also power range where you can change the power. The maximum I believe is either 20 or 30, if I'm not wrong. So let's just say if I want it to be at, I don't know, 5 or 4, I'll put it at 4 for right now to make it balanced a bit. And let's just say I only want 2 miners and a neutral shield, in the middle. And I want some radiation. For what radiation does, I'll explain. There was an update for this with special planets and radiation. This came out. So basically, low means it will kill a few troops at a time. Medium means it will kill more troops at a time, and high means it will kill a bunch of troops at a time. It won't go. It will go fast. It will kill like one at a time. It will just be faster and faster. Low just means it will kill like one troop at a time and just be super slow. So I'll put it at low for right now. Let's just say if the match is going on forever, I want to set this at 12 minutes hit by meteor. If you don't know what hit by meteor is, it basically once in a while every single match, like you can do it early, you can do it later. Basically, there'll be a meteor going everywhere, and it'll hit a planet, a specific planet. So once 12 minutes hit, a meteor will go in and it will hit the planet and it will destroy the planet. So, I know all of you should know what shatter is. It destroys the planet is destroyed. So yeah, in this orbit, I want it to be at 1.5, and I want to be a laser ship. Let's just say I do that and I get a moon. Over time, this moon planet will give it production. There'll be a little drone thing. It will go on the moon, and then once in a while, it will pick up stuff and then just bring it to the planet, I guess. And let's just say if I want a moon here, you can't put radiation on a moon, so you can't like really do nothing about it. So let's just say I wanted a laser ship planet, right? I grab another orbit, and this time I make this a bit go further, but I put it at 1% speed just to only go a bit faster. And I'll change the power range to 8 on this though, and I'll make the meteorite get hit in 5 minutes, I'll say. 5 minutes. And then I'll add in an asteroid belt. Because here's the thing about asteroid belts. Make sure asteroid belts has no collision nearby planets. If an asteroid belt has nearby collision like this, for example, this will probably not get approved unless if it's a bit further like this, then it might. But make sure asteroids are not nearby any planets that can destroy. You might see spawn asteroids where you can, if you wanted to spawn asteroids where blah blah blah, you want that on. I want it to be at every single 1 minute, and I wanted to spawn it in 3 minutes. Consent is where basically, let's just say if an asteroid spawned, let's just say if it spawned right here, and then it spawned again next time, it'll be in that same area. But I want that off. And then I'll get another asteroid. And I want it to be at the same as the other. So you can also always put these together like at the same spot. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't lag the game or anything. Let's just say I wanted to add in a I wanted to add in a point defense. Because point defense, why not? Point defense are cool, and they're really important in some combat. And let's just say I only want this planet to be a stealth planet. I'll explain the home planet later, but a stealth planet is where you can't put in any specific troop on it. You also can't put in radiation at the same time. But basically what it does when you put your troop on it, it'll make your troops go invisible. But you have to conquer it to get it, I think. I want to have this one mining rig on it. And I want it to be a neutral. Yeah, neutral sounds good. And I want to put in another orbit. And this one, I want this to be at 0.5 speed. And I want this to be a home planet. And I want it to be untakeable. You know, I want to add in a harness star in this map so it can be fun, you know? Add in some moons for blue. And let's just say I wanted to add in a worm planet, you know? A worm planet. And I wanted to have to eat 5 planets. This one, worm planet, a worm will spawn. If you want to know what the worm name is, it is called Gregory. His name is called Gregory. Basically, a worm will spawn and it'll eat that mini amount of planet. Let's say if I wanted to make it where, oh, I want this worm to eat 3 planets. You can basically do that if you want to. I'll have it as 10 ships and I'll make it eat 3 planets. How about 4? I'll put it at 4 for right now. I'll do a treasure planet. I want this map to summon heavy lasers, and I only wanted to summon 10 or 12. And I want it to have neutral, so it'll look good. And I'll make it have a moon on it. On these types of planets, you don't have to actually put on a moon every single time. Like these types of planets, you don't have to put on moons. On Stealth Planet, you have to, but on these two, you don't have to because they break and they give you stuff. I want this map to have a harness star. So, I'll explain the unstable star a bit. Unstable star is where basically when you take over the harness star, you have a troop on it, it will give you boost. A lot of people should know that, but not a lot of people know about harness stars. I like harness star a lot because it's an interesting mechanic in this game. You can have targeting delay. Basically, only one team can win. How I explain is when a troop tries to take over, and you try charging up the sun, I'll put it at 125, I will say. And yeah. So right after that, I want to have another sun. Let's just say I want to have it. Let's just say I only want to have one sun. And that sun is the scared sun. And I wanted to charge it at 3x. So yeah, I might have to make this a bit big. So the harness star doesn't. I'm not the harness star. The scare star doesn't ruin anything. So yeah, save that for now. And put it at 2. Actually, no, 3, because it doesn't look like it will. Yeah. 4. And then put it at 5. There we go. This is how I want the map to be. I made it. I'll add in a moon up here. Or actually, wait. I'll add in a planet up here. But this planet will have radiation on it. It'll have medium radiation. And it'll have a nuke on it. So yeah. There we go. I have made a map. I explained what the planets do. I have explained what stuff does or not. Also, you can... Ooh, I have a limit over... Yeah, there is a limit where there's troops limit where this is all... This map has a lot of troops on it, though. On this map, yada yada yada. It should explain you a bit when you're making a map. So yeah. What else? So once you have saved your map and done all of this, you can now share it. But first I want to explain. You gotta have a description on what the map is about. You gotta explain what the map is, and you can have your own name. You can do whatever you want. It tells you what you do. I'll tell you what team specific modifier does. Basically what it does, let's just say if I want blue to have fast production and I only want red to have fog of war and all, which I won't do any of that. You can have bot god to have random, bot difficulty. You can make it have asteroids, can only have like nukes, you know, only nukes, and have starting fleet this. No. Yeah, it's just they're all... You can do whatever you want. It's your map. You can make this a co-op map if you want. There's edit tags. You gotta have release tags. I will say this is on balance. There's meteorites, casual, and long play. I will say that. And yeah. You can do whatever you want. Make sure it's not something offensive or anything else. So, yeah. Also, make sure you gotta have 10 plays to order submit the map. Make sure all teams are count country. Make sure there's no profanity or offensive content. But, thank you for watching, and have a nice day.